Hello folks and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please do consider subscribing, it would help out a lot. We are back with a challenge from Tom Davies, the GeoWizard. I saw his thumbnail, I didn't click or watch the video. It is the biggest lake of every country and US state. And in classic GeoWizard fashion, there is no moving and no time limit. With that said, let's jump in and see how we get along identifying these lakes. Okay, this game is going to be very difficult. I already know that. Just because of what we're trying to achieve here, and we can't move, and there's no road signs or anything. So this is purely based off of any metadata that I actually don't possess. Hold on, what does this say? And I guess general flora and fauna. How about that? All right, so the sun is well, it's somewhat in the north. Oh, it's actually kind of on the equator. I do think it's going to set. Has it just risen or is it on the way down? I'm not sure about that. The stonework on this building doesn't look too shoddy. Like, we got actual window frames in here. So I mean, this isn't that poorly made. I wonder why it knocked down or fell down or what happened. I don't know why my mouse is loading every time I move. And this is of course the biggest lake in whatever country we are in. It doesn't seem that big. Seems long. Seems pretty long. I'm thinking South America here. Yeah, that house looks in decent condition up there. Oh, am I thinking South America or am I thinking Middle East? No, I think I'm thinking South America. What is this? Papo's life? Yeah, not sure what that is. Okay. Let me just take a look at a map here. As I said, I'm thinking South America. Of course, I just need to find the lake. I need to find the lake of these in these countries. I was actually thinking Chile there for some reason. In my head, but the lake in Chile is going to be a lot longer than this. Is it Lake Titicaca in Peru? Could be. It's not wide enough though. Is that considered the biggest lake in Peru or in Bolivia or both? No, Bolivia has its own standalone one. I wonder what the answer to that is. Could be something like here, if that's considered. No, I don't think it is. This lake runs pretty much almost east to west. Somewhat. No, okay. This is tough. This is very tough. Don't think we're on the African continent. Where would you call that sun though? Yeah, it is in the north, isn't it? These are long lakes. These are very long lakes. Lake Rukwa. It's a bit green looking around it on the map though. This is very, seems dry. Turkey? It's hardly Turkey. No, it's not going to be Turkey because I think it's... No. No, I think this is South America. I'm gonna go with South America. I was thinking Chile when, or Chile, however you want to pronounce it. Ooh, could be Argentina. I don't know if there's any lakes that would look like this in Chile. There's the border. It's not that one. That's too small. That one is too round. And other than that, I don't really... There's a few down here. Could be considered. Cool. Yeah. I don't think so. This, however, what is this? Like we could be at the beginning of this one as it opens up into... Oh wait, no, this is huge. That's way bigger. To the northeast, this appears to get a little bit narrower. Is this a lake? It is. I think it's that though. Brazil. What's the biggest lake in Brazil? Something like that. That's river. Does Brazil have these huge lakes? That's the Amazon River, obviously, but I don't know what that is. Man, this is tough. This is really tough. Why am I moving again? Why did I leave there? Oh. It just kind of looks like it might be it, doesn't it? That looks like it might be it too. No, I think this is. I'm going to go back to South America. I think this is South America. I'm going to go with a guess here. I think we've gone on for long enough. Ecuador, do you have big lakes? Yeah. I'm gonna go Argentina. Am I? Yeah. I'm going Argentina. I'm going this lake. Salinas Grandes. Although it just doesn't feel wide enough. It does feel wide enough there, but that would mean my compass is all wrong. Let's go here and see how we get on. Okay. Oh, good Lord. It was in Cyprus. Interesting. Okay, so Turkey did kind of jump out at me at the beginning. Was the equator all wrong? Because that sun I thought was pretty firmly in the north. So that might have absolutely screwed us. This is the Templar Knights Village, what we were outside of. Okay, perhaps a pretty popular tourist destination. And indeed, the lake did close up as you went northeast. Okay, we got a solid 0 points on that. Let's move on. I'll have a look at GeoWizard afterwards and see how he got on, but I'm sure he got more than 0 points. So, let's see. Okay. This is pretty impressive looking lake. Got our sun firmly in the north as per the compass. Where do we think this could be? Lake. It's got some islands in it by the looks of things. Ooh, could be just outside of Kampala. It's got some, appears to have some islands in it. That's right on the equator though. Let's keep going. About here. Yeah, it's got some islands on it. What appear to be islands at least. South Africa, biggest lake. Not really sure. Okay, so the lake is actually towards the north, which means it would have to be kind of at the very southern tip of the lake. Where did I even drop my... So I would be down here looking north, right? That's a big lake. That is a big lake. Kind of mountainous, somewhat. So I'm at the southern edge of this lake. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, let's go with this. Let's go with Lake Victoria and see how we get on. Oh, holy smokes. 8.9 kilometers away? That is unbelievable. Okay, delighted with that. That makes up for our first round calamities. Wow, I feel like I should have got perfect score just because I got the lake right. No, it doesn't work like that, I guess. But there we were. We were in Mwanza, which is in Tanzania. And that is the largest lake, Lake Victoria, of course, which is, I guess, shares, a lot of different countries share that lake, but very impressive. It's basically like a sea. I mean, the size of it is absolutely enormous. Excellent. Okay, off we go again. Let's continue. Can we get on a roll here? Don't know about that. Could be North American here, though. Canadian, possibly. Sun in the south. Picture was taken by Ranger Scott. So, I feel like that helps us. It's a pretty sizable lake. We're at the northern edge of the lake, looking to the south. What is the biggest one? Superior, I think. I mean, is that the biggest lake in Canada? It's got to be, right? It's bigger than those. Oh, that's pretty big. Great Bear Lake. That looks pretty big, actually. Or is it, are we in the States and we're looking at it, therefore it would be the biggest lake in the US, right? I think we're around this general Great Lakes area. I'm not going to hazard or play around with this anymore. I think it's definitely North American. Also, Ranger Scott sounds pretty North American, so let's give that a go. Oh, I did see on the description of GeoWizard's video that it was also states. States. Biggest lakes in states as well, not just the biggest one in the country. Okay, so this looks like we're in Montana outside of Fort Peck, and this is the biggest lake in Montana. Actually, it's called Fort Peck Lake. There we go. Okay, not bad. Same, good region. We got the region right. I'm happy with that. We got the country right. So I'll take it. Now though, this looks a bit familiar. This looks it might be my part of the world here. Maybe. Or maybe not. We're on these islands anyway. We are on one of these islands. Loch Ness being the biggest island in, like, on the island of Ireland. But I'm not sure. Could we be in Scotland? I don't know what the... Scotland has a lot of lakes. Loch Lomond, is that the biggest one? It's gotta be. If there was a road... No. This is the biggest lake in this country. I think Loch Derg is the biggest lake in Ireland. Maybe it's Loch Ree. I mean, I know Loch Ness is the biggest one that we have in the island, but I don't think that this is Loch Ness. Not judging on the way that we're on kind of a half little bridge here. I don't think that's not where we are. Scotland. We could be in England. I don't think we are, but we could be. We could be in Wales. Oh, I don't know, man. That yellow furs feels very Celtic. What do you got? Wales? Did you have big lakes? Don't really associate Wales with having these type of big lakes, but you never know. England. What's the biggest lake in England? There is a lake district, of course, in England, isn't there? Peak District, Cotswolds. Where's the Lake District? I actually don't know where the Lake District is. Dales, Pennant, Lake District. What's this? What is this? It's just a ferry that goes across there, I think. Biggest lake in England. I have no idea what the biggest lake in England is. I'd imagine it's in the Lake District, though. Yeah, not sure about this one. Really kind of thrown off by it. Could Loch Lomond be the one? I don't think it is. I've heard of What about Loch Ness? Loch Ness Monster. Where is that? This doesn't look like anything that would be Loch Ness, though. Like, these little islands jotted around here look like they could be certainly this island or this lake, but that car, I'm not sure at all. This is a puzzling one. Very puzzling. I'm unsure here. I'm very unsure. Loch Corrib, is that the biggest lake? Because this has tons of islands jotted all over it. Oh, what is this now? What is that? I don't think that's it. This might be it, though. What is this? What direction am I? North. That road would be going north. This is a big lake. Loch Corrib. I need to look this up. This is shameful that I don't know the answer. But that is pretty big. What's over here? Loch Ree. I know the names of these. I studied them all in school. Loch Allen, Loch Ree, Loch Derg, Which one is the biggest one? Glen and Killarney? That isn't it. No, that's not as big. That looks fairly sizable though. The one here. I might drop one here actually, just given all these islands kind of dotted around. Yeah, I'm just gonna go here. Let's see how we get on. We were. Yes, we got the lake right. Oh, thank Christ for that. Thankfully, I did not. Who is that? Maybe that's GeoWizard. I didn't go to a different country for that matter. That was super. Okay, so we were just kind of island hopping along there. Beautiful lake. I would love on a nice summer's day actually to get a canoe and head out to all these little islands. They look. There's so many of them. Temple of the Saints. Look at that out in its island by itself. It's amazing, isn't it? No matter where you're from, there's so much on your doorstep that you don't realize or appreciate, I guess. So the largest lake in Ireland is Loch Corrib. Put that one in the memory bank. Off we go again. Pumice Point. Wow, look out there. This has got to be like Alaska or something, right? I'm just gonna go with Alaska based on the what you call it, the mountains in the distance. You wouldn't necessarily associate Alaska with lakes, would you? Or no, sorry, you would. I just don't know. They look more like rivers. That's not a lake. Is that a lake? No, that's not a lake. No. Wasn't there? Is this a lake? That's not a lake. No. That's not a lake. No. These are lakes. Huh. Those are lakes. They're pretty big. Alaska's massive, we gotta remember. Where would this be? What did I say? It was Pumice Point or something. Could it be a case that it's one of the Great Lakes? Well, no, it's not. I don't think it is. I mean, it might be, but I don't think mountains like that are close to the Great Lakes. It's almost to the south of it too. I don't think you have any mountains that size to the south of those lakes. So I'm just going to flat out ignore that one. Salt Lake? Would there be Mount... I know there's... What's that called? Promontory Point? No, there's skiing there in Salt Lake, but I don't think it's anything like that. Washington... or Idaho even? No, the mountain is too big. What's the one? There's a mountain out here somewhere that's huge, isn't there? I forget the name of it now. These aren't really lakes though. These are just inlets. No, I feel like this is Alaska. Wait a second. How big are these ports? No. I don't think the lake is that big. Now that I'm looking at it, like that, I know it's kind of glitching, but that could be like the coastline, so it mightn't actually be that big. And if that was the case, the lake might be pretty small, and then to the south of it, we're saying that there would be a mountain, Tetlin Lake. I'll just drop one there for now. Mountains aren't that big. These ones are huge though. Lake George. As you can see, I'm pretty hung up on this Alaska being the actual place that we're in. Perhaps could be a downfall. Oh, that looks pretty big. Caribou Island. That looks pretty big, actually. I'm hoping that Pumice Point shows up on a map somewhere. But I'm going to have to spend hours to do that, unless you get extremely lucky. Which, don't know if we've been too lucky this game. No lake there. Lake Clark National Park Reserve. Okay. Is this Lake Clark? Where is Lake Clark? Turquoise Lake. No. Okay. Twin Lakes. No. Lake Clark. Okay. Lake Clark. Do we think Lake Clark might be the I think Lake Clark might be the big daddy in Alaska. I think Lake Clark might be Little Lake Clark. I think Lake Clark might be the big one. What do we think? No, look at the size of this thing. Holy sugar. Oh, that Lake Clark is nothing on this. This thing is enormous. I think we're going to have to drop a pin here. I think we're going to have to drop a pin here. What is this? Selwick Lake. No. I'm gonna drop a pin. I'm gonna drop a pin. Somewhere along here. Pumice Point. Oh man, that mountain is just throwing me off. It's just gotta be Alaska. But maybe it isn't. Maybe it is not. And maybe it is somewhere over here. But I don't think it is. And there's no mountains that big anywhere there. So I feel like that kind of... Well, that thing is huge. Could it be that? Great Bear Lake? Could be. Absolutely could be. But I think it's too big. I think it's too big for what we're looking at on the actual photo. I think it's too big. So with that said, I need to look up what the largest lake in Alaska is, if this is even correct. We've gone on long enough, folks. What are we at? 30 minutes. Oh geez, we need to end this. Okay, let's go. Oh, we were in Wyoming. Yellowstone Lake. Would you look at that? Pumice Point. So we were at the largest lake in the state of Wyoming. And there was pretty huge mountain in the background. Don't know what one we were looking at. Flat Mountain, maybe? Mount Stephen, any one of these. I'm not sure, but very, very impressive lake and mountain and scenery in the state of Wyoming. So we did get 2 states in that game. We got Montana and we got Wyoming, which kind of threw us off a little bit, but that's fine. We can deal with that. Round 1 was a complete disaster. Should have gone with Turkey, although I was still pretty convinced the sun was in the north there, so I'm not sure what was happening. Tanzania, delighted with, and Ireland, absolutely delighted with as well. Excellent game. We'll definitely give it another go. Let me know how you got on if you tried the GeoWizards link. And until next time, folks, happy pin dropping.